start again. Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming. I'm Ange. I'm Melissa's sister. I've known her, I feel like forever, but 13 is when we met. I was a foster kid growing up in her house. And we just clicked like glue, not the first day though. But I've known her since I was 13, and I love everything about my sister. I love her big heart. I love how she is caring and goes the extra mile for everyone that she loves, adores, and works with. What I'm going to miss the most is not being able to get a hug from her every day. But I love her. And that's what I'm going to miss most, is the huggies. Because those are everything to us. But I love her. She's my person. You're my person. My person. Just like this guy over here. Charlie.
I met her at the gym. The first time. Yeah, first I met her at the gym. I knew Ian from work before. I used to work with him. Then I met her at the gym one day. Then didn't see her for years until the Relay for Life, and I won something in the raffle, didn't I? Or free makeover or something like that.
She was one of the winners from the, everybody's whatever.
She was a winner.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we've been friends ever since she convinced me to buy the 3D, which is
Miracle.
yeah. I look like I'm how did I know her long? But no, she's been a good friend too.
You put me back here.
Sad that she's leaving. I was like,
I'll shut this.
no, you're leaving.
It's my ADD. I hear the game, I hear the kids, and I cannot hear.
Is that better?
Yeah, I want to hear.
Sorry, sit right there.
You're fine. I feel like,
Don't miss.
she does not miss.
Don't miss. I have missed.
I won't let her miss though.
Don't miss.
She
You
read
have
that
to
and
be
I
a
don't.
mistake.
I need
You're
this.
oh
Oh, but then I'm in my phone from you.
It's okay.
Know how long we've known each other.
Well, I've been at Mary Kay now, relaunched
4 years.
Okay, so about 4 years.
And I met Mom literally right in the beginning, so
Yeah.
almost 4 years.
4 years.
I'd have to piggyback on
Mom, what did we
Andrew.
order?
Big heart, loving, just cares. So yeah, and then I'm gonna miss her. Do you need more makeup? Do you need more eyeliner? How about?
She'll still be asking you
Yeah.
that.
You're not gonna miss that part.
But I'm also gonna miss because we do the swaps, and most of the time I got to see you. So
And our doggy dates recently.
Yeah.
That was nice.
yeah.
I have a connection with you. I just, yeah. I don't think that's ever going away, so it doesn't matter whether I'm here or in Florida, right?
Right. Just like best types of friendships.
Yes.
So.
I love you.
Oh, okay.
You're like, I'll get a hug later.
Yeah.
There's a post on Facebook, Pray for the Huggers.
Yeah.
The one that affects the most.
Yes. Abby just never stops hugging.
People be like,
It's like, oh, no.
But I love that.
Yeah.
Because her innocence is like,
She finally starts to ask now.
huh?
And then she'll wait, and then she'll be like, nobody wants it. She's like, fine, she walks away. But you can't learn that. It took her a little while.
I was going to call it that because public did not show up. It was the 4 of us, I think there were 4 vendors.
4 or 5 of us.
And that was it, no foot traffic, so we all got to get to know everybody. And first thing I'm sitting there is, girl, go away.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, but it was her energy. It was her persistence, her just go get it, to go get it, because she knew at that time, she knew what she wanted. And it could have been day 1 for all I knew. She just knew what she wanted. And then, I don't know, we connected maybe through Cincy at that time.
Of course.
I think it was kind of that give and take at that time. And then it was just, so, yeah.
Well, anybody I meet is because they're friend instantly, and I don't let you go unless you let go of me. Number one, like you said, I'm persistent. I am not available right now, but Daddy is.
Well, Daddy's recording, so I don't know if you want me available too.
Okay, so what I will say is that no, I did my job. She taught me how to do my job. And
Yes,
so I
and she
kept
did
your
it.
contact info when
Yep.
we swapped. And I'm big about supporting small too. So of course I was like, I love Sensi, I'm gonna support her.
Yep,
And then in
and then
return, we started supporting each other, and the two of them came. And we did our facial appointment, and then I did my second date with them
Yeah.
a different time, and it's been a lifelong relationship ever since then. And so, you two are literally like at my top, or like 2 of the top 5 people that have been my biggest supporters. And so you have no idea what you've been
See themselves.
Yeah.
And saying
like
what they
just
love about
affirming,
you.
affirming and appreciating. That's all.
Because she has to give it back.
Because it's a two-way.
She can't just receive.
But I remember, trust me, I remember walking around because I was like, live video, you guys, here's this, and this, and this.
Uh-huh.
Somebody else was in charge, but I was taking charge. You
Yeah.
know how that goes. You girls watch it too.
Oh, yeah.
This is my girl. What is she doing? I was so
Because
excited.
yeah, because we had no coordinator there.
No,
We had
didn't.
nobody there.
We didn't.
And it was just us. And
But I did.
But-
I could sense people were like, oh, jeez, this one's really like excited. Like, what's
Uh-huh.
going on?
yeah.
What did she drink? Did she drink the Kool-Aid or something?
It was first thing in the morning too, and I hadn't had my coffee.
Mary Kay will do that to you. It has this happy power
But
that
yeah.
we just
It was the
soak up
best.
and you hold on to.
So, and it's things like that that bring friends together.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Nora.
That's me. What am I saying? My name is Tamara Ramos, aka Tammy. And I met Melissa probably around 2 years ago. I've been in the unit for 7.5 years now, but I was like MIA during the time she came in. And I came in the picture just after she became a doctor.
Is that right?
I think so, about that time. It's been 2 years. I've known you for about 2 years.
That's it? Is it because
I
it's
feel like it's longer, but I
That's
don't
it.
know.
I thought she was there before me.
She has been there before
Of
you.
course I
But you
did.
read,
But
I
she
was
was-
confused.
She didn't go away completely, she just wasn't
She
attending
kind
events.
of came back, okay.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
MIA.
I do know
Gotcha.
you met her at my old house, and I've been at my new house
Yeah.
for 2.5 years, so it's
I
been
don't
at least
remember.
3.
Yeah, I think she's right. I think
For that, anyways.
So, the more specific, something what, that we.
What are you gonna miss about having her right here in California, and what do you love about her?
So, when I heard that she was leaving, I was immediately selfishly upset. Like, if you know me, you know I have a horrible tendency to be selfish, and that's a horrible quality. It's not godly at all, but I am. And I was mad at you. I'm still angry, but it's not your fault. This is selfishness because I don't see you that often, but I always count on you being there as a relentless, loving, heart of gold, positive, beautiful, raw and naked with your emotion person that I can count on to always bring light into my darkness. And it's invaluable to me. And I hate it when you cry. I'm not gonna look at her. If you could, I know that I'm not great at expressing myself like you, but if you knew how I felt about you truly in my heart, you would understand why I'm just disgusted with you leaving. That's how much you truly do mean to me. And I know I don't shower people with like all this, like you shower people with, but I love you so much, Melissa. Like, you were my girlfriend when we were in gallivanting around making fun of Kim and Eddie. Yeah, where were we?
we were making fun.
Modesto.
We were concerned.
No, not at all. You guys were like doing the loving
She's talking
thing.
very, very beginning.
Like, you know, and I was like, okay, well, if they're gonna be lovers, then we're being yeah. We were making fun of you
We were
guys.
out in Fresno.
No, Modesto.
Oh, was it the one?
Right. She's like, well, if we're still with that, we're gonna make the best of it. You two lovebirds were just like,
Because I was like, we're gonna go R&R probably gonna think something. So every time that they did something, we did something.
We would follow and laugh about it because it was just funny.
But I really hate
I don't remember that day, but
They really do. But whatever makes you happy, that's what's important. You know, in the end, it doesn't matter. You gotta do what's right for you, and you gotta be happy. And but yeah, you're special. You know, you have that rapport about you. That what I really love about certain people is when they don't care what other people think. And I have laughed at you so many times for just crying for no reason, and you're like, I don't care. I'm like, there she goes again. And you're like, and? Like, you go girl, cry. But I really, Melissa, I'm gonna miss you so much. And
you were gonna get me direction when you came visit me.
I was supposed to be Kim's first offspring, like after the first offspring, but you did it, and that just like is amazing, and so you deserve it. That's what it was. You deserve it. So.
Both of you deserve it. She just did the work.
Yes. That is the only difference, Tammy. She's dead honest. That is all.
Well, first of all, over here.
Well, I think we met from I'm Jasmine. Yes. And we met Melissa, like what, 4? Yeah. She started 4 years ago. And she just started. And we actually met her through Angie. And so yeah, but I just, the things that I love about her is like how everybody's been saying, you know, you're so loving, you're so, like with the Mary Kay business, most people are like just focused on like their business, but I think you go beyond that. You really think about everyone, and so you've been super helpful to us, to me. When I wasn't active, you were super helpful to my mom, which you've been over our house just to help her work through things, and you know, it became like a daughter, you know, a second daughter when I wasn't there to help her, you know. And even when I wasn't, you know, active, you didn't make me feel like I wasn't a consultant. You know, you made me feel like I'm still a sister, you know. And you're just so wonderful. And I'm super happy for you. I am really sad that you're going to be leaving, but I know that I don't feel like, especially now with the technology and with like me, I feel like it's a great thing because now I have somewhere to visit. And now, you know, I feel like I'm still going to be keeping up with you, but I've definitely about like my future, and sometimes, like honestly, you're the first person that pops in my head because I'm like, what was Melissa doing? Like, when she was at this point, like, what was she doing? And I remember I would see you like every day. You were doing something on every time I went on Facebook, like you were there. And I was like, I see this girl every day. Like, what is going, you know? And I just love that about you. And I also learned that when you started to really climb was when you surrounded yourself by Kimberly. And so that's what I have to remember too, is that you did your best when you were like right there with Kimberly. So honestly, like when I think about being successful other than what I'm seeing with my mom, how can I follow this? So I'm super happy for you, and I hope I know everything will just go very well with you, and we'll be visiting you.
Yes, you will. They have a, what is it, a timeshare? Timeshare. Yeah. Jazz, I know you love me, and everything you said, like, you said it different times, but right now I just felt it on a whole nother level. I'm glad that I could be a source of inspiration like that. And that tells me I did my job right. And this one taught me how to do my job right, so you're so right. If you want success, if you want your business, and that looks different for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Follow this lady literally like state time with him. But grow to be independent on your own too, because you are so capable. You can walk in this room. And I've been watching. Okay? So you've got this. And I love it. And you've never not a part of Mary Kay.
So, like Jazz, I met her through Angie, and we've been with Teresa. Okay. So, and I remember a lot of you guys' faces
From our other.
from our other events too. But yeah, so when I Melissa is the first success story that I saw with my own two eyes. She's the very first, I know Kimberly is successful and all the other directors I know and all the ones I read into the applause book and everything, but I saw this girl with my very own eyes.
Right. Like
I
start
saw-
from the bottom.
I saw her from Raw.
Yeah.
I saw her from Raw. I saw her, we went to like her first parties and stuff where she was all scatterbrained all over. Not knowing what she was doing.
Launch party. I was so like, yeah.
The launch party, we helped her, we came to all of her things, but she was determined, she was excited. Then we started doing booths together. I remember the first one we did at the marketplace and everything. The people had to come to me and tell me, can you tell her that we're not allowed to do that? Because she was just all over the place. I mean, she was all over the place, doing this and doing that. She was serious about what she was doing. And I'm like, but yeah, and then we did the malls, and then we did, and then like Jasmine said, she stuck to Kimberly. She called herself her mini.
Mini kids.
She even we were adoptees at the Manteca group too. So she put in the work. She did whatever she had to do, and she put in the work. Whenever I tell anybody about Mary Kay and everything, I have a live person that I saw reach, make her goal and reach to it. And I have a live story that I can share with people. So I really appreciate that. But she is a go-give type person. Like when I say, Melissa, I need help, Melissa don't just try to tell you over the phone. Melissa knocks on your door. And she sat at my computer many times trying to help me. She just takes my phone out my hand and just do it.
But we teach. We teach. So we just do it for her. We teach.
Yeah.
So we figure it out together.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, she's been on the retreats. I mean, when we went to the fall retreats and stuff. The Tahoe, we really connected there. We sat up all night. She said, Tris, I didn't know you like country music. We listened to music and we just stayed up all night just talking. We got closer and closer like that and everything. But one thing she had to learn about me is that I mother everybody. Everybody's mom. So at first I think that was a little rough for her.
I was confused. She liked the energy that kind of gets her confused was like too much for her. I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, Teresa, I don't know what's wrong. I had all these ideas in my head, and then she was like, no, I think I got it figured out.
Yes.
And that's what she said. She goes, I treat you like one of my daughters. It's what I do with everybody.
Right.
And you're not used to that, and I realize you're a full-grown woman. And so I wasn't responding to it the way I think she expected, which I respect on my same level, and so it was just all about.
And that was on me. That was my personality. But
Yeah.
I sat down and I thought about it, and I was like, what is going on? Then I said, I know what it is. I'm mothering her the same way I do my own daughters, because I have 4 daughters of my own and a host of granddaughters. So I said I'm mothering her, and she doesn't know me that well for me to be mothering her. So then I told her that. I said, I know what it is, so I need to just pull back, but just know that it's because that's just how I am. I'm just a mommy.
And she is a strong mama. Like super strong, you know. And so I was just like, what do I do wrong? But I think it made our relationship so much more special and so much more stronger because finally figured all that out. It was like Smith's one of my favorite people, Teresa, and I love that story.
And she's one of my favorite daughters.
There you go.
Thank you so much. No, one more. Jasmine too. I love you. You're making out, right? Yes, that's how big is life right now. She's becoming. Okay.
And it came out of my other daughter's booty.
Did it? I saw that.
So Jasmine's turn.
Where would you take me?
I'll use that out of here again. You didn't say enough, apparently. No, that's not
And he started bawling, and I said, but don't worry. He's like, why, Mom? I said, because I'm going to keep trying. He's like, oh, okay, and then went right to sleep. Like, so I think that like that second one was a result of really like there was a lot of hardness in my life, and my work was my comfort. My work, what I've learned is that work is a positive distraction for me. So when I'm hurting, I work. So a lot of my best moments in Mary Kay came out of the most difficult, hard seasons. But because I worked my way out of it, then at the end there was a beautiful ring or a pink Cadillac, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, the last pink Cadillac, y'all, was her. It was because of her. We earned it during her debut as a sales director. We earned it because she debuted, right? Because of her, we earned a pink Cadillac, right? So when you're saying you're going somewhere in faith and it's going to be hard, that's the right conditions for a Cadillac to come, right?
That's good.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what's going to happen, because when you're in a new environment, you have to hustle. You don't know anyone.
Yeah.
So you get out there. I remember in Colorado, I went to Colorado and knew the only people I knew in Colorado were already in Mary Kay. So that was bad, right? I'm like, I can't recruit you or sell to you. So, and every week, I was by myself mostly because I had no unit there. Nobody was going to go with me. And guess where I was every week? Roses. Every week. I'd go get my 24 roses on a Wednesday night. I would go to Johnny Carino's Italian. I would go in with 48 roses. I would leave with 30 leads, and every week that's how I worked my business.
I want to hear that story.
That's how I did it every week, and that's where I got my new leads. I liked that better than other ways. I love roses. I've always loved roses because women just love to get that blessing, like, this is for you, or, you know, I love that. So, but let me get back to Melissa, because that was just the Cadillac tips, because I'm like, okay, let me tell you, because you're gonna run my word, right?
Babe, remember what Kim said.
4 years ago, yes, that's how it went down. So what I think is really cool is that I've been in Mary Kay almost 19 years. And one of the women that I recruited a long time ago that keeps coming back to me is Elizabeth Henley. And I re-recruited Elizabeth Henley when we both had tiny babies. This 8-year-old was a couple months old. And she recruited again for the 3rd time, I think. And from that chain of people came other recruits, which came Jasmine, which came Teresa, which came Ange, which came Melissa. Okay, so it was a long chain of people. And when we signed up to get this bag, the bag is cute, I want the discount, right? Okay, sure, I'm still doing a welcome appointment with you. And I don't know if it was Zoom or FaceTime or
It was a call.
if it was just a phone call. Just a phone call. And that hour phone phone call, everything changed. There's a shift in this woman, and I could see that the mission that's always run true within my heart is I believe that, speaking of faith in God, He wants justice. He doesn't want women to be oppressed. And I think the greatest reason they're oppressed today is because of what's going on up here. Depression and negative thinking, and they hold themselves back from the most excellent life they could have because they shame and guilt themselves or just don't believe, right, the truth. And the truth is that you're wonderfully and fearfully made, right? So when I have an opportunity, I want to leave this woman. I'm going to make sure whatever I can do, right, that she believes in herself more. And when I knew what she was coming out of, when I knew that her history had some depression, I was like, this is the key. If this woman will just come through the door, this can be the thing that redirects her life, the way God delivers her from oppression, right? And so I worked really, really hard on the front end to make sure that I established that kind of connection and support, so that women believe that they can, because anyone can. Like you said, she's a freaking hot mess sometimes, right? Anyone can do it. And that's what I love about Melissa's life. Like, you have inspired more people than I ever could, because all these people have seen me. Yes, you have. Why? Because I've been doing this 19 years. They don't think they can do what I do, but if they see you being a hot mess and showing up late or forgetting something, like, Melissa earned 2 cars and I'm not late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you actually inspire them. I don't. Because you are imperfect. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. What I'm saying is I can do this in my sleep. And so people look at me and I'm not relatable anymore. I'm like, up here, oh, Kim. Well, Kim. But all these people will talk about Melissa. You inspire my unit more because you're real, you're genuine, and they saw you. They saw you do it. They saw you start from where you were. They saw you grow and like get in that field. Like she said, every day she checked Facebook, there you were. Because it was a pandemic. That's how you had to work. It's how you had to work. It's what you had to do to pivot, and you didn't have your job anymore. That was the greatest blessing, because then you had the time, right? And so many people will just quit because he knew what you could do if you just did it, right? So I've seen you grow so much, but the thing that struck me about you that week I met you was that you moved mountains to figure out your inventory, and that showed me who you are as a woman. I said, she's someone, literally, she had to do all kinds of stuff, move a lot of things around in her financial, situation to get that. And I didn't even tell her you need it. She decided she needed it, and she found a way, made a way to get it. And I said, okay, that's the kind of person that's going to find a way, make a way every time, right? And so when I see someone find a way, make a way, she's a scrapper, right? And so then not only that, but she went to Tahoe right away. She went to an event right away, and then that inspired her and built relationships and kept going. And it wasn't always like a level 500 the whole way. It was ups and downs along the way. But she kept going back up. She would never, just like Mary Kay said, you fall down, your knees get bloody, but you keep getting right back up. And this has been the most, it has been, I can say, the most difficult season ever been through. But imagine walking through without this Mary Kay thing. And so I know God planted you here for a reason. 4 years before, you needed it to develop you as a leader. And like I told you the other day, you carried my unit. This woman debuted on November 1st, and a few weeks later I had surgery number 1 in my breast cancer journey, 8 surgeries in 18 months. She carried my unit, because she got up and she did meetings and she answered questions, and she was that light when it was difficult for me. And I said, so just lean on me, because I'm the light for you now. And season, right? There's the pizza. Right time for. I know, perfect timing. Good distraction. Just put it right over there by the guy. Okay. There's lots of plates and all the things. All right. So
Thank you.
Love you, and your strength is inspiring, not just to me, but to everyone. And I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. And so now you get to talk.
All the things. I love you so much.
try. Stare to the top and you continue to do that forever. I love you.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss you. I'm like, now I get to go to Florida.
You're gonna see me because we are
Now I get to go to Florida. And we get to, because directors, we are gonna see each other in Nashville in January. We do an Oxford already 3 times a year.
I'm not worried about it at all because I know we're gonna see each other.
You're not changing your phone number, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're gonna have
I
to.
would give it to everybody immediately, but no, that's not changing.
No, we're gonna have to change it, but yeah, we'll give everybody the number.
Okay. No, you won't. You won't
We don't
change
have to change it?
No.
It can be 209?
You
Oh.
talk, and I'll serve pizza.
Okay, alright.
I didn't realize that. I thought we were both gonna have.
Director, and she could have, and she still can. So I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But I didn't believe because I felt I had failed 2 other times. You guys know that story. And so now I'm a strong believer that number one, like she said, it's about you deciding to put in the work and make it happen. But I truly believe that there is power in an amazing leader. And so I absolutely know. Without Kim, I don't know that I would have succeeded the way I did. Because she taught me everything I needed to know to be successful. So if you're willing to apply it, you can get it. So you decide. Thank you. There's that. So yeah, everything she already said, I'm not gonna repeat it. That's the story as it unfolded. But if you had asked me 4 years ago, as she said, when I was coming out of a major depression and assessment on my son's, I knew I'd have to. It was not easy for us. But if you had asked me back then, coming out of that, plus losing daddies to cancer 2.5 years apart, as she said, dealing with depression and anxiety and coping in ways that were very unhealthy, you asked me how I would have dealt with this year 4 years ago before I joined Mary Kay. I would have said I probably would have joined my mom and my grandma and all my family and not made it at all. Because I don't know how else to tell you why or how I'm standing here strong and even wanting to be a part of what we are a part of, other than God. And He uses this business, Mary Kay, and I'm not saying it's better than any other company, but it is to me. I'm just gonna be honest about that. It is to me. It is what literally changed our lives, my life. I am not the person I was 4 years. I really wasn't as strong as I knew I could be. I did not know I could be a leader. I did not know I could talk in front of people. I did not know all that I had inside of me, but yes, she breathed belief into me. And that has brought me where I'm at. And so, the beginning of this year, I just thought, we're going to have normal struggles. We're going to keep working. Yes, Cadillac was on that goal list. I was admitting that. Is on that goal list. It still is. It is, but I'm not going to lie and say that with each passing and each traumatic event, especially my mother, that I wasn't discouraged or I didn't feel like giving up more than ever in anything in my life. Because I did have those times, and I'm still having those times right now. And so thank God I have her to fall back on. And I love you guys that love me and support me to the end. Me and this man, I'm going to be a little transparent. We have struggled a lot as a married couple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pitches and cream. Marriage is
Sometimes.
bad breath, bad attitudes, but it is flowers and dates and romance the other half of the time. And marriage is a commitment. And I love the statement you've always taught me, baby.
Love is a commitment,
Love is a commitment
that sometimes produces a feeling. Sometimes.
True. But in the middle, in the beginning of my business, I told a stranger that I barely met on a 30-minute, well, it was supposed to be a 30-minute call, by the way, it was an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was.
She says, well, why do you want to be a part of Mary Kay? And I was like, well, I don't know, now I talk to you. And then I broke down and was really transparent with her. I said, I don't know if I'm even going to be married in the next year because things are really rocky for my husband and I don't know if I'll have to take care of myself. And so maybe I could learn to do this and then I'll be sufficient and then I wouldn't have to feel like I had to depend on a man. Thank God that didn't happen. But it has not, it still hasn't been a challenge, through life. And that is life, you guys. Life is not easy, it is hard. Kids are challenging. People leave and they go to heaven and we lose jobs and we go through all these hard things.
that we think that, oh my God, if I go through that, I'm gonna die. If I go through that, I'm never gonna come back. That's the devil. That's a total lie. We're so much stronger than we even realize until we find it. And so that is what Miracle has done for me. And I'm at my all-time, it's crazy. I'm at my all-time highest strength, but I'm at my all-time highest weakness all at the same time right now, you guys. That's the honest truth. I've never lived without my mother, who was my number one person, and I know you two understand about me how to do everything but live without her. Multiple things have came in a circle, and number one, my husband and I have rekindled and reconnected, and he gets on my nerves still, but I love him. Like we left each other in the beginning a whole lot more, like extended back, because I don't have anybody else. And I'm not talking about you girls, I'm talking about him. And so I clung to him because he's my strength right now, in addition to you. No, you know this is true. You and CC are the only other two females in my life to bring me that comfort that I need from a family member, you know? But I'm okay. I'm better than okay because I still have my faith and I have God. And He says what's going to happen next. Nobody else, right? Except for ourselves. So we got to continue fighting against us and telling us, nope, this is going to be the one that takes you down. Nope, you let your mom know. Watch you go. Nope. I'll throw a few more things on your plate and make it so hard you won't believe in yourself. They're all lies. And so, I don't have any fear about moving forward, and let me tell you what, I was never moving. That's what we did about. She was like, what? When I told her to sell the house, she goes, you're buying, right? I'm like, no, I'm selling the house. Because it harbors too much sad energy. It once held all kinds of memories, and lots of amazing memories. But now it feels like I'm in this dark hole again, and I need out of that space and a brand new start. And my family needs a brand new start, and I really truly feel like everything's aligning, including my business already, because my Bible study group that we're a part of, they're mainly based over there.
East Coast, yeah.
So I'm gonna be on their time zone. I'm gonna be near a lot of them over there. Her senior, Lori, who I absolutely love and adore, she's over there. I'm gonna be like an hour or two at most. That's the plan.
Awesome.
She's close to Cece.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's so great.
yes. And so, you know when you just know
Yeah.
that God is,
Certainty, right?
yes, that's where we're at. And so that tells me I'm on the right journey, and I can't wait to see what's gonna unfold in my brand new dream house that was on that board
Exactly.
4 years ago, and with a big wide open space where I can have big open in-person weekly meetings and inspire and grow women the way she's doing. So I'm excited, and I couldn't have done what I do either though without all of you. You all have no idea how much I needed this today and Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
She knows, you don't know. How Cheryl is, you know, you're a director. Not to say that that makes you perfect and nothing ever hurts you. It's just that we don't share everything that's going on.
Right.
But I'm being vulnerable, I'm telling you, like I needed this more than you guys even realize. So I want to gain my like confidence again. Reminding me even more who I am. And some people do love and care for me and need me to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yes.
So I can keep moving the world, right?
Yes.
That's all. I love you all so much.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
I love you.
So much. And this one's following me for like 2 years on the
Oh, I love it.
Oh, she is. She's like, I'll be out of here.
I thought you meant this one for directorship.
Oh,
this
that
one
one's
for Florida.
That one's for Florida too. Can I tell you something? You're my biggest hero. And when you were talking about Jotham, he's been my constant source of no, that pink Calyx coming might be a little delayed, might be a little pushback, that's okay. But he keeps going, Mommy?